The second project. So I watched this gentleman, and he was making mesh screens for these little guys, for these little mini Peak One camp lanterns. All right. So apparently, you take these out and you go camping, these globes break a lot. And one reason they break a lot is because, I don't know if you'll be able to see there, but see how that one has like a little tear right there? I cut down the mantle to fit it on there, and well, it seemed to work good, but I got a little break there on it. But occasionally, they say that when you get a hole in the mantle, is that it'll shoot a little flame, and it'll hit the glass, and it'll go dink, and it'll crack or break your glass. Now, I've never had it happen. I got 3 of these things, but I haven't used them a lot. But I could figure that, yeah, okay, that's a possibility. So here's what I want to do. I'm not a big fan of just using the mesh by itself. I really like the glass on these, but what I thought about doing is to cut the mesh, make a circle, and fit it as inside. So it'll be glass, mesh, and then it'll be the other part there. And then if there is a flame, it's going to hit the mesh first, and there'll be a little space between the mesh and the glass, and it could protect it from breaking it. And then in the event, let's say you are camping and you do break it, at least you got the mesh underneath it. So we're going to try it. I'm not saying you have to do it, but it's an idea. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut a piece of this, wrap it in there, stick it in there, and then we're going to leave that little rip because, well, it's there, and we'll light it up. We'll see what happens here. I do have more mantles. I don't want to use these. Let's see what we got here. All right, so we got this guy right here. What else we got in here? Oh, wait. When I got this thing, it was full of sand. Okay, we got a gold top. I got another gold top right there. And, we got a silk light mantle right there. A set of those. These are number 20s. So, we're going to save those. Anyway, that's kind of the plan. This is one of my favorite lanterns, this style right here. And the 242s are another one of my favorites. And then the quick light lanterns. Those are my 3 top favorite lanterns. I like all lanterns, but these are some of my favorites that I really enjoy. These ones are just the coolest because they're so little. The only other one that, to me, I would really like to find is, I can't think of the name of it. Steve, you know the name of it. You got one. It's that little baby black lantern. And the only one on eBay is one that they tore apart and selling as parts. But I like I say, that would be one I would really love to get. It's just it's like a little mini pressure lantern, smaller than this. That would be pretty cool if you could find one of those things. But anyway. All right, let's get to it. I'll bring you back. I'm going to go and get some scissors. We're going to cut this, get it in there. All right, so we got it in there. I think it came out pretty good. It's just a friction fit, just stick it in there. I trimmed it down a little bit. Right there is like maybe about a 1/4 inch overlap. But it will do 2 things for you. Number one, it might buffer it from if there is some flame or something, that the metal will kind of absorb it a little bit. Secondly, if your glass does break, you can probably use the mesh. You can use the mesh as your screen. Now, the only thing I can say right now is that it's held together. The mesh is held together by the glass. So, all right, yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's a wet, cold, rainy day right now. All right, well, yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty thrilled with it. Well, let's turn off the lights and see what it looks like in the dark. All right, well, I got this little light on, but the other ones, all the other ones are turned off. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm pretty thrilled with that. All right, well, the lights have finally gone out, and yeah, it gives out a real nice light. It's you could definitely on that workbench, you could work on a project next to that light, and you could see what you need to do there. All right, so I got back right now, and you know, sometimes things don't dawn on you until you actually figure it out. So yeah, I just did the hook type of thing here. Bent one of these one way and the other way and overlapped them. They hook on each other and then press it down with the needle nose pliers. I used a air conditioning brake to just bend them over, so one gets bent one way and one gets bent the other way, and then they hook into each other and then bend it down, and then you get a nice screen there. So it's a little bit smaller and fits in there. It's not 100% perfect, but then you can see there's an air gap, little air gap between it. So let's go ahead and let's light it up real quick and see what it looks like. I'll bring you right back. All right, so there we go. Now have a nice mesh screen inside of the glass globe. There's a little air gap between the two, so in the event there is some little flame shoot out the side, like if the mantle has a little hole or something, then maybe it will kind of take a little bit of the brunt of the heat force, or whatever you want to call it, and prevent the globe from breaking. That's kind of the hope there. And like I say, in the event the globe were to get broken, at least you'll have a mesh globe underneath it that you can continue using this thing. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're at here. All right, well, I think we're about out of time today. I think we're going to have to brew coffee tomorrow. We'll see what happens here, but it's getting a little late. But in the meantime, God bless you all. You have a great Thursday evening and a great Friday. We're coming into the weekend here real soon. All right, let's shut this thing down. All right, God bless. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening. Take care.